I'm listening to Howard Stern this morning, and he has a girl on. He's doing a contest, the world's biggest whore. Terrific contest, the world's biggest whore. I wanted to do that contest with Andrea and her friends. They wouldn't let me. Anyway, she'll like me for that one. So, but not Andrea, just her friends. And some girls on there says she loves oral sex. This girl loves oral sex. She can't get enough of oral sex. She must have oral sex all day, all night, all weekend. Every 2 minutes she has to have oral sex. She can't get enough oral sex. Every morning she wakes up. She looks for a guy to give oral sex. Then in the afternoon she gives oral sex. She runs to work, gives oral sex. Lunchtime, coffee break, oral sex all day. And not only that, she loves semen. She loves semen. This girl can't get enough of semen. She wants semen. She has to have semen. She needs semen. Semen. You may think she's a sailor in the Navy. That's how much semen this girl needs. She has to have semen. She loves semen. You may think she's an admiral. She works in the Navy Department, whatever the hell it is. I told this girl what the whole thing was about. Oral sex and semen. She has to have it. She has to drink it. She has to eat it. She loves semen and she loves oral sex all day. Can't get enough oral sex. Now, my wife's in the car. She says, this is disgusting. This is horrible. This is disgusting. Get this off the radio. Why do I have to hear this first thing in the morning? I don't want to hear it. It's horrible, horrible, horrible. I said, but Jared's in the car. He wants to hear it. I don't want to hear this. My 17-year-old kid, he's in the car. He likes Howard Stern. He was waiting all week for this biggest whore contest. He wants to hear it. He likes it. He has to have it. So I look behind him. Jared has his headphones on, not listening to one thing. He has Beats by Dre. That cost me $300. He wasn't even listening to Howard Stern. So I had to come up with another excuse. I said, listen, Noah Biderman, he's on. Noah Biderman, my good friend who owns AshleyMadison.com, is sponsoring this contest, and he has EstablishedMen.com for men that want to have money and want to pay girls, gold diggers, whatever the hell it is. He's sponsoring the world's biggest whore contest, America's biggest whore, whatever the hell it is. Maybe there's two shows. One, the biggest whore in the world, America and the world one. Maybe I should do the American one. On Howard Stern, I said, so Noel's going to be on there. I don't know if he was going to be on there. Usually he is giving out a check. But I want to hear Noel. I had to come up with some excuse because my wife doesn't want to hear about the girl giving oral sex. Of course my wife doesn't want to hear. I'm married 26 years. When did I ever hear? I never heard it in 26 years. So at least I can hear from this girl. Who wants to. The only oral sex I get from my wife is my wife talking and complaining about how she doesn't want to hear about oral sex. That's the only oral sex I get from my wife is my wife orally complaining about oral sex. She doesn't want to hear it. She doesn't want to know from it. It's the most disgusting, horrible thing. Terrible. That she doesn't want to know from it. And this girl that was on Howard Stern, she's from Florida. She's in the New York studio now, but she's in Florida, and she's going back to Florida. And my wife was saying that she wants to go on vacation in December. She wants to go to Florida. And I said, what the hell am I going to do in Florida? Well, there's no casinos in Florida. All the Jews are in Florida. I have no reason to go to Florida until today. Today, after hearing this girl who loves oral sex was in Florida, I said, Andrew, when are you booking the trip to go to Florida? Can we go today? Anyway, the girl won the contest. Noel came on the radio. He gave a check for $10,000 to the girl for the contest. And then the show was over. By that time, my wife was already out of the car because she couldn't stand it. She couldn't hate it. She hated it. It was horrible, disgusting, the most worst, vulgar thing. The girl with the oral sex. She loves oral sex. Can't get enough oral sex. My wife doesn't want to know from oral. It's the worst, horrible, craziest thing. You see what happens when you get married. When you get married, the only oral sex you get is when you talk. The oral part is the talking, complaining about no oral sex, whatever the bullshit is. But it was very funny. Howard Stern is great. This girl won $10,000. She doesn't even care about the $10,000. She only wants the oral sex. And all I want to do is get to Florida. I got to get to Florida. And this whole the Howard Stern thing, which was fabulous. And my wife complaining the whole time, oh, this is horrible. Oh, this is disgusting. I can't stand it. I don't want it. And I said, oh, you're right. I hate it too. This is the worst Howard Stern show I ever heard. I am disgusted by this girl with the oral sex. I want to get this radio off. But for some reason, I couldn't turn it off. I kept pushing the button that wouldn't turn off the button. My wife wanted to hear some Enchanted Evening on the Broadway channel. I like to have an Enchanted Evening too, but I ain't going to be with my wife. But it reminded me of the story about this guy that had a filthy mouth, because my wife kept saying, oh, this is filthy, this is horrible, this is disgusting. It reminds me of a friend of mine that had a filthy, disgusting mouth. Horrible. Every 2 minutes, F you mother, F you louse, you son of a bitch. Is louse a dirty word? You son of a bitch, and all that, whatever. A filthy mouth, and I wanted to fix him up once. And Andrea said, this guy's never going to get married. What girl wants to stay with this guy because he has a horrible, filthy mouth? I said, look, I'm gonna tell him, look, Andrea and I are going to fix you up. I'm going to fix up with a girl. Don't say anything. When we go out to dinner, don't say one word. You're going to kill the whole thing. Have one date with a girl likes you. One date. before you screw the whole thing with your horrible, filthy mouth. So we said, okay, fine. So we fixed up this guy with this girl, and we go out to dinner, the four of us, me and Andrea, my friend, and this girl. He doesn't say one word the whole night. We're sitting at the table. We have appetizers and we have dinner. Very, very nice. Doesn't say, the girl's talking, I'm talking, Andrew's talking. My friend doesn't say one word. I'm afraid he's going to say horrible, horrible things with his filthy mouth. Doesn't say one word. So the girl likes him. Doesn't say a word. So the waiter comes over. He says, you want dessert? He said, we'd like to have dessert. He says, you want coffee? He says, yeah, we like to have coffee. He brings coffee to everybody. But to my friend, he forgets to give new silverware, forgets to give him a spoon. Doesn't have no spoon. So we're sitting there drinking the coffee, putting the cream, putting the sugar, me, my wife, the girl that we brought, and my friend just sitting there like a schmuck. So the girl says, what's the matter? We're all drinking coffee, and I'm not drinking your coffee. You don't like coffee? And my friend says, how am I supposed to stir the coffee? With my cock? Go to DavidBronstein.com!